Robert Pattinson is gonna be. Did you see that Robert Pattinson is gonna be fucking Chris Hansen in a Predator movie?
That's a different kind of predator. Wait, hold on. That's a different kind of predator.
I'm gonna need you to take a seat, Tom.
Wait, do you mean you're talking about the different kind of predator, right? Not this kind of predator?
Yes.
Yeah. Because for a second I thought you were talking that Robert Pattinson was gonna play Chris Hansen in a movie about how to catch like a actual predator from this movie.
Hi, I'm Tom, and I've never seen the Titanic, but I have seen The Room at least 3 times.
And I'm Sean, and I think Forrest Gump is fine. There, I said it.
And this is Flicks and Flops, the podcast where we watch movies, talk nonsense,
And pretend to know what we're doing.
grab your snacks, lower your expectations, and let's ruin some cinema together.
Because nothing says film analysis like two friends arguing over whether Nicolas Cage is a genius or just bored.
All right, well, back at it here on Tommy's couch, actually.
Our favorite casting couch.
Yeah, let's just say some casting may have occurred before this, but I don't think the Zoomers have lasted long enough on the video. I mean, I've kind of interrogated them with that last clip we posted to the Instagram, but I digress. Yep, we're coming live from Tom's couch. We just finished watching Predator Badlands, and I liked it. I mean, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect, but I'd say since, was it Predators? Was that the one that they dreamboated in 2010?
Oh, where they had the kid with autism who was like, they claimed that the Predator was like the ultimate, like the Predator bad down to him.
No. That's the 2018 one. The Predator.
Oh,
Predators.
When they go on the planet, right? They send all the they send all the criminals to the planet.
Yeah. Since that one, I've thought that this series was like, I mean, to be honest, it was one of those series where like always a little hokey, but never bad. Like, there's some bad alien movies, but like
for sure.
But I've never really thought, when the worst one is the one you were just describing, the 2018 one.
If your mom's vagina were a video game, it'd be rated E for everyone.
But like Predators, Prey was great. Prey was great. That was like super bizarre because that flipped it on its head. It's like, okay, yeah, let's send a predator back like 300 years ago and see how like colonials and like natives deal with it. But I enjoyed this a lot. What did you think?
You know, originally when I thought about this, I know when the ads came out, we wanted to watch it in theaters, and we were super excited about it. I was kind of had this weird hesitation with it, that it was going to be like a prequel for no point. Not a prequel, but like a continuation that serves no purpose. You know what I mean? I thought it was just going to be like, oh, we're keeping the rights to this movie, so we're just keeping this franchise going and going and going. And it wasn't going to serve anything. And it was going to be pointless. But I'm glad to admit that I was wrong. You know, I think that looking at this movie, it's way better than I thought. It's not a fantastic movie by any means, but it's a good enough movie that it's like, it's fun. It's good to sit down and watch it and have a great time.
Yeah, and I'd probably rewatch it again, but...
Well, and the nice thing about it, too, we actually have on the screen in front of us here, I can see that it's less than 2 hours.
Oh.
It's an hour and 47 minutes, and I'm like, sometimes you just want a movie that's not long enough that's going to take up your day.
Yeah. And I mean, when you're like grown-ass old unks like ourselves, you know, sometimes, as much as I love watching a good 3-hour movie, it's kind of fucked up that we're in a world nowadays where it's like, oh, dude, 90-minute movie. Nice.
Remember when movies used to be a reasonable time?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there's plenty where I've been like, I think, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Because, like, there were plenty of 90-minute movies back in the day where I'm like, okay, this could have been, like, 20 minutes longer and it would have been great. Now it is like, oh, it could have been 20 minutes shorter. Like, I'm probably never going to be happy. Well, I am happy. Okay. I am happy. But when it comes to movies, I'm probably never going to be happy lengthwise. Like, I mean, I between the year plus we've been doing this podcast, I've probably come up with every conceivable way I could nitpick a movie at this point. But, like, the pacing in this was awesome. That was like it never felt like, even in the slower moments, it never felt like a moment was wasted. It always felt like they were going at it. The one thing, and you brought it up off the rip, that like kind of bugged me, and I don't know if it's because we're watching it like, I mean, maybe we should have been in like a dark room, like we should have like locked ourselves up in an attic with one bag of saltines and just each other and Predator Badlands, and maybe we would have been able to enjoy it and then die up there because we would be trapped. But anyways,
I mean, that's more of a gripe that I have about Hollywood in general.
The lighting, dude. I'm sure it was sick in theaters. Like, that first scene where you mentioned, so at the beginning of the movie, it's like a cave fight with the Predators. I believe in the Predator lore, it's like half of the reason why they wear the masks is like, it's not just for like cloaking. It's like their vision, they're like very light sensitive, so like they do better like in the dark or like in the deep forest, which is why like all those movies play out like that for the most part. Nerd! In the first scene where he's fighting his brother in the caves, I was cool with that, but there were parts later on where I'm like, dude, I can't see shit.
We were talking about the lighting, and it's like so much of this movie. Great movie. The pacing, you're right, 100%. Movie moves at a good pace where it's like it takes its time to enjoy what's happening. The action scenes are good. Everything moves at the right pace. Even the emotional beats work in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
The lighting is dog shit, and that is just... That's a huge gripe that I could go on about forever, about how, like, I guess everybody went to the school of the Battle of Winterfell on how to film in the dark, and they're like, all right, we're going to save money here. We can only afford to light this scene with one light bulb. You guys ready? And then they shoot it, and everyone's like, I can't see shit. And I'm like, okay, we'll fix it in post. But then in post, you have no lighting, so what are you going to do? You're going to brighten it, and it looks like shit. So then they just keep it dark. You can't see anything. We tried watching it. At the beginning scene, all you can see are those, like, the red tips of the blades when they're fighting each other.
Pause.
Yeah, I realized afterwards. But, like, it's insane to me. It's crazy to me that that's actually a standard we have in so many things. TV shows, movies, all of it. I could go on and on, but, like, not to shit on this movie, but that was just a big thing that took me out at the beginning.
I mean, I get the idea of, like, you want the dismal, like, I mean, this isn't a pleasant planet. Neither of the planets we're on in the movie are, like, particularly pleasant. But, like, if you're going to try and make shit look like, you know, Apocalypse from, like, DC, take a page from Apocalypse in DC in Zack Snyder Justice League, where, like, I mean, you see it for, like, 2 seconds, but, like, you still see that it's a fucking wasteland, but, like, that's the point. You can see that it's a wasteland. This, it's like, okay, dude, I know it's inhospitable, and I know the lighting's probably gonna be bad, but, like, make it so I can... The lighting can be bad for the characters, that's fine. Yeah. I want to see what they're doing, though.
We have to be able to actually understand what's happening to get a grasp. So, like, that's a nitpick I have of this movie, but, like...
There were points, though, where I thought... What bugs me is that I almost feel like in certain parts they understood what, like, that issue, like when they were breaking her out of the camp.
Oh,
like the lighting was finally good, but then you cut to a later, like a brief sequence, maybe 10-15 minutes later, and it's like, oh, we're back in the fucking dark again. Like, damn, dude, if I wanted to go play like laser tag, like I would, like.
Do we have any? I wish we had footage of us playing laser tag, because we could just put it in after this.
I don't think. I mean, for as many times as we've done it, I don't think we do. We should
go to Laser Craze again.
Dude, it's gone. R.I.P. Yeah, moment of silence. Yeah.
But, like, going back before we get too off the rails, is like the whole plot of this movie is very different from any other Predator movie
by a long shot. Yeah.
So in all the other Predator movies, you see where it's like one fully formed badass predator, right? Who's just like, okay, I'm going to this planet to just get another kill. It's just kills, which
I am
makes sense.
The Sigma male.
Yeah, I am the alpha, like that kind of thing. Yeah. And it works. But in this one, you have Deck, who's like the runt of his clan, which is a very different thing already than any other Predator movie. You don't see like the weakest members.
You've seen like kind of some dumbass predators,
Yeah.
but not weak.
You've never seen them like small in stature. Like he looks like a slightly bigger like he looks smaller than Victor Wembanyama, but he looks like just like a dude you'd see at the gym kind of. Like a jacked short gym bro.
Well, he's played by some Jack New Zealand guy.
You know, that
it's
makes
always
sense.
oh my god, I swear it's like always we need big imposing but lanky person for movie to play character. All right. Flip a coin. Are we going Dutch or are we going New Zealand? Like there's two choices.
But it works in this?
It does. No, it does. I mean like all of the I mean, even the simps too, like that aren't Elle Fanning or Elle Fanning are, they're imposing in a sense. I mean, they're regular. They look like regular dudes because I mean that's kind of like the contrast if you're dealing with like these crazy ass alien. It's almost like you almost have like three types of characters in this, and it's funny because the treacherous trio, so to speak, is that you got the simps who look like humans, you got the Yautja, the predators. And then you got whatever the fuck you call the species on Jenna. But you got like Monkey Man and the Monkey Plan, like
the monkey, the monkey's fist.
the monkey.
Like we kept doing that like the entire movie, but like
yeah.
I like that.
And that damn monkey was actually cute. Okay, I mean, did he have some 5 o'clock shadow? Oh, she, no, yep,
oh,
yep,
she, yeah.
Bud is Bud's a girl.
Bud, the merchandising opportunity.
Yeah,
Your newest plush toy, Bud. Like that kind of thing.
Hate to put this on anyone's head, but I said this to you. I'm like, okay, so if the what was the name of the monster?
Oh, the callus?
Yeah, the callus, dude. Like, I'm like, okay, so the callus had a kid. How did that work?
Yeah, no one wants. You don't want to think about that.
That thing was huge, man. That thing was like, well, it was kind of cool because they were clearly based on apes, but usually they'll go for like they broke a trope in this where like usually they'll go for like orangutan or like chimp. But like they were very clearly, at least the older one was very clearly based on a baboon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like I mean, just the way it attacked, the way it moved, just seemed like very much like that, which is cool. And the screaming. I mean, the little one, dude, like so cute. Other than like the literal like.
Imagine saying something's cute in a Predator movie. That's a crazy thing to think.
Dude, okay.
It works. I get what you're saying, and it makes sense.
We're going off the rails, man, and like that's fine because Robert Pattinson is gonna be. Did you see that Robert Pattinson is gonna be fucking Chris Hansen in a Predator movie?
That's a different kind of
Predator.
Predator. Wait, hold on. That's a different kind of Predator.
I'm gonna need you to take a seat, Tom.
Wait, do you mean you're talking about the different kind of Predator, right? Not this kind of Predator?
Yes.
Yeah. Because for a second I thought you were talking that Robert Pattinson was gonna play Chris Hansen in a movie about how to catch like a actual predator from this movie.
Wait,
and in my head I just started picturing like Chris Hansen popping out and just the predator with his like plasma cannon and everything. He's like, take a seat. And he's like, Yautja, did you plan to meet a child here? And then it's just like, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, and he's like, oh, see, yeah, I set this all up. Arrest him, boys. Like,
but no, like they set it up like he's the runt. You know, he's fighting his brother in the cave, and the brother wins. He's like epic favorite older brother, but like the brother also appreciates that like they've looked out for each other throughout the years. Because he's like, oh, like I saved you that time, but you also saved me. Of course, like that's only that's a tell don't show moment, but I mean it's fine. We don't need to like. I will say there were certain cuts in the movie. I know you made a comment on one of them, like where he crash lands and then he like ends at the ship. Sometimes it like ends at the ship, like looking at the stuff. Sometimes that's jarring, but I think to be honest, I almost feel like that's a product of these longer movies where like people are overthinking like okay, yes, we need to see actions lead to, like, if something's happening on a screen in one way, like, it's got to connect to the other. But at the same time, like, yes, he crashed on another planet. No shit, he's gonna go find his ship. I don't need to watch him being like, "We're on the road," like fucking.
He's like, and I went to the ship and came back.
Like, yeah, no, like just cut to him at the ship, whatever, man. I feel like that's kind of a byproduct of it because it. Hear me out. I don't know if this is why you thought that, but I literally was thinking about how they handled their scenes in the wilderness compared to how it was handled in Mandalorian. And in Mandalorian, dude, they show you every fucking painstaking detail.
Yeah.
Of, like, which, like, was cool when they set up the, mini mud hut for Pedro Mandalorian Scal. But, like, at the same time, dude, you're just filling time to keep the movie going at that point. Whereas in this, it's like they do these cuts. But
I mean, that was one thing in the Mandalorian too. Is like in the last like quarter of that movie when it's like Grogu in the little like forest, that shit lost me. I was so fucking bored. Oh my god! I was like, oh man, this sucks.
Well, because I mean, you get to a certain point, like even in like the when they capture the guy,
yeah,
like you're kind of like, all right, what the fuck else are we doing with the rest of this movie? I mean, obviously we got to deal with the thread of the Hutt's wanting.
Yeah.
My father was Jabba the Hutt. Do you know how hard it is to be Jabba the Hutt's like?
It's second movie in a row we've watched of generational trauma.
Literally, that's where I'm going to this because like. Oh, needless to say, you see this cool epic brother bonding moment, and then badass super dad's like, "Fuck that son, kill him. He's a weak bitch."
It's the second movie. How is this possible that we've watched 2 movies in a row that are sci-fi movies?
We've actually watched 3 movies in a row of generational trauma because.
Was it If I Had Legs I'd Kick You?
No, well, oh my god, 4.
Is that 4?
Because Send Help, dude. Send Help. There was
Send Help is another generational trauma.
though. What?
Well, yeah, because she
Did it?
Well, maybe because the parents in Send Help of the rich asshole Dylan O'Brien
Were fucking horrible.
were
yeah.
horrible and abusive and led to him being a selfish prick.
I don't know. I don't know if there was generational. I mean, generational trauma was being inflicted on that kid by Rose Byrne, but I mean, I don't know. I think she was just fucked up. We're off the rails, but that's all right.
But it feels weird in a Predator movie to have it where it's like, my father doesn't respect me. And I'm like, dude, I don't, like, what? And he's like, I'm going to impress you, Dad. It made him seem, at first, when I was watching this, I was like, I'm not impressed by Deck because he's trying too hard to win the approval of his father, who's a douche. Big douche. But the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, this is actually kind of a better Predator character because they're more fleshed out. I didn't think that I was going to like that. I thought, like, I like the idea of 2 different types of Predators, right? Or, like, there's now all the clans of Predators. They have their own, like, codes and everything. Mm-hmm. I kind of like that there's this subsection where it's, like, him being, like, I'm more in tune with my emotions than any other Predator. And that's not normal. But I also like, if you go back to like the original Predator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, that there's just the bloodthirsty, doesn't talk, just wants to kill. And Dex still has some of that too. Like, his whole thing is he picks the biggest, baddest motherfucker to go after. To be like, he's like, my father's scared of this thing. If I can kill it and come home with that prize, I win. He'll have to respect me. Which he should know, it was never going to happen.
You had a really funny analogy for that. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but
it was going to prison and fighting the biggest dude there.
Yeah,
it's like he walked in, he's like, "Who's the biggest motherfucker?" And they're like, "Me." And then he goes, "Bam!" And then just gets his shit rocked.
Yeah,
anyway.
no, like it's literally the equivalent of like kid who like is barely surviving in like his YMCA basketball group, being like, "Dude, I'm about to go play in the NBA finals and fucking get a triple double." It's like.
And then Draymond Green comes in and just destroys him. He just like takes him down at the knees.
But like that's his. It's part of his immaturity. He's like, okay, I'll kill the biggest, baddest thing, and then my dad will respect me because he's scared of it, and there's nothing bigger to kill.
He's like, he'll have to love me. It's like, but plot twist, he won't.
He
It
won't.
doesn't matter what he does. That's the thing. His dad was never going to respect.
No, because just because he's small.
Yeah. And I do love that whole interaction of, like, even the Predator's brother, so Yekwe, I believe is what it was, something like that?
Quay.
So Quay, it was an interesting character, too, because he's in touch with his emotions, too. He let his brother yield in a fight, which Predators don't yield.
No.
So he let him yield, and he reminded him, like, oh, remember when you lost your fang when you saved me? So it's like they clearly have this bond that most other Predators do not, regardless of family. And it was interesting that even when the dad was like, you should have killed him, killed Dak, he's a weakling, fucking pussy bitch. And then Quay is like, no, and he fights the dad, dies, but fights him.
And sends him off to go on his vision quest to go get the Callus, yeah.
Which, I think it's interesting seeing the Predator in a different land with all of these, like, crazy creatures. And I do love seeing different types of wild creatures in science fiction. My only problem is any human character in this movie is an android, like humanoid. And I think it's because they wanted to keep it PG-13. They knew that if they put them as humans and there was literal blood, like human blood, that usually means you got to bump your movie up to an R rating if you're going to be that violent. I think they wanted more people to see this.
For sure.
So they were like, okay, it's blue. There's blue blood. There's green blood, but it's not red. The movie's still violent. So there's all this different kind of, like, blood in the movie, but it's different colored. And I think they do it because they're like, it's not this, like, normal red blood, so we can be as violent as we want. And it's going to be PG-13. I feel like this movie is a lot more violent, for sure, like you were saying. And it's really interesting to see how it all plays out. But the more I wish they had done is, like, I wish they had... A lot of the animals are very badass in this, and the kills for all those are cool.
Yes, like the one where they sliced the giant, like, triceratop, rhinoceros, whatever the fuck thing.
Dinosaurs for the win.
Like, straight up in half, while also grabbing its, like, internal organs right in between it and holding on to them while the thing's getting cut in half.
That was aura farming to an extreme.
That was insane. And that's the thing of, like, yeah, he's the weakest Predator, but dude, he'd put any human, like, anything on Earth in a body bag in, like, 3 seconds.
That's what I said to you, like, when he first crash landed on the Jenna or whatever it is.
Yeah, Jenna.
I was like, even the weakest Predator, I wouldn't want to fuck with.
Hell no.
Because the weakest Predator would still rip my spine out and use it as a spoon.
Okay, so, one predator or one duck-sized predator or 1,000 predators or predator-sized ducks.
I feel like it's got to be duck-sized predators. I feel like those are so much easier to manage than a predator-sized duck.
I don't know, man. I mean, imagine you're just like
wait, a duck-sized predator could still be a predator and still fuck my day up. But a duck as big as a predator is still just a duck.
Yeah, but, like, imagine you get, like duck karate and this, like, duck just, like, hits you with a roundhouse and goes, flack! Like, I'm sorry.
That was fucking great.
I had to. The opportunity arose. But anyways, like, no, are you getting into, like, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. The animals are badass, but then it's like, dude, you're just killing, like, robot humans. Man.
Yeah, it's like all these crazy creatures, and I'm like, oh, cool, we never really see these in Predator lore. That's kind of interesting to see all the different species. And then all of a sudden you just get to androids and they do nothing but die. They're not impressive. They don't really fight back at all.
Some of them do, but, like, I mean...
When they're fighting, like, Elle Fanning's character.
Well, the problem is that by the time he gets to actually fight them, he has his confidence, like, he learned a lot. I mean, to be honest, we don't really know how much time... That's one of the cool things about this movie, is that you have no idea how time moves in it, especially like the last like 5-10 minutes of it. Because I mean, with how big Bud was, you're like, fucking A, either that thing is like growing up in like dog monkey years, or like
It's 84
or it
years
took them a
old.
hot minute. Like they don't. It's one of the interesting parts of it. It's in a very like sci-fi world, and it's very cognizant of like how fucking smart the predators are and their technology. But at the same time, like once again, last movie we saw to compare it, like we're not seeing like, you know, him go on the ship be like, all right, captain's log, my hyperspace thumb drive took me to planet Andromeda in 20 euros.
I like that all that was sci-fi, then you got to Euros.
Yeah, I kind of like
You
I
ran out of steam.
I lost the plot. It's all right.
But like, the movie overall is interesting and it's good. It's not to say it's a bad movie. It's a good movie, and it's better than some of the other Predator movies out there too, surprisingly. But again, it's the lighting and the beginning, and then the final fight too. The lighting is dog shit, and you can't see anything in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they shoehorned. I said it. I said to you as we were watching the movie, they kind of shoehorned the whole reference to Alien, where they're like, "Oh, it's Elle Fanning's character.
Wayland Yutani.
Yeah, she's in the power loading mech." And I'm like, I know it's in the same universe, but we don't have to force references in. That was kind of felt ham-fisted to me.
I do like that they approach. So obviously, they took the Prometheus approach of like, okay, they got Elle Fanning playing two characters, like morally decent synth and fucking like morally fucked up synth, right? But it was a different kind of take on it, because in that one they're borderline identical. In this one, you can tell the difference between them immediately, even from a physical standpoint. But like to me, I was like concerned that they were gonna play that by the book the same way that they did, how they did it in Prometheus, right? But in this one, actually, like we see, instead of this conflict where like the good guy just stays good the whole time, and then it's just replaced by David, and David, you know, then gives that guy the black goo, and then it goes all to shit. Instead, she wants to believe in, you know, her sister, so to speak. Thea wants to believe in Tessa. But Tessa is like cold, because I mean they understand emotions, but like while their prerogative is to exploit them, Tessa exploits them, whereas like, you know, Thea became more of like an empath, so to speak. Like, I'm an empath. But
I'm an INTJ.
yeah. ENFP, ABC, 1, 2, 3. But no, like Thea is, you know, she wants to believe there's like good in Tessa, but Tessa's super jaded, because not only did she get fucked up trying to save Thea, like in the first fight with the Callus, but then Mother, of course, like stand-in for HAL 9000, or HAL 3000.
I can't do that.
Yeah, yeah, like is like, you failed your mission. You'll be decommissioned. You need to get the Callus and the Predator. Yes.
And it's all like, every time they brought in the Wayland Yutani stuff, I'm just like, it's just Amazon in the future.
I mean, Wayland Yutani started as a shipping company, bro.
And they're like, the corporation is glad for your service. I was like, oh,
that shit was fucking crazy.
It's like, this is an honor for you. I'm like,
well, that was a play. That was a callback to how you realize that was a callback to her. So Tessa went through Thea's memories and remembered when Dex said to her, "It'll be an honor for you to see him kill the Callus."
Oh,
so
yeah,
she
yeah.
flipped it back on him with,
Yeah.
like, you know, classic trope.
well,
But-
even they did like, they did something that, in case you're like too brain dead stupid to understand which one's which, they're like, just so you know, the good synth is the one that sounds like a normal human and looks like a normal human. The bad synth is the one that sounds robotic and has the weird fucked up eye.
Well, I'm wondering if because when Thea was first talking in the vulture's nest, she did have that filter, but when she recalibrated into the universal translation, her voice became normal. So I'm wondering, and remember, she was able to switch her voice later on back to
Yeah.
that. So I mean, I don't know. These are simps, dude. I mean, they can like probably play Tetris like on their pinky if they wanted to. Like
I still can't beat.
maybe someday.
Probably never.
Yeah, that's all right. But like they don't play it like that. Like she wants to believe there's good in Tessa, right? Like she basically sells out Deck.
Yep.
But at the same time, she doesn't fully sell him out. Like she wants to support the mission, but she's invested in Deck enough to where she's like, "Run, Deck, run!
No, run, Forrest, run!
Yeah. And of course, Deck ain't no bitch. He didn't run. But he had already at this point been marked by Bud, and by the time he fights the Kalisk, which, oh my god, like we're watching this, and I'm like, you called it instantly. You're like, instant regeneration in 3, 2, and then the tail comes back. The head kill was sick, even though we knew.
Oh, the head kill was awesome.
Like that was the moment where like he went from, you know, where Deck went from like being like a decent warrior to being Xena, warrior princess. No, like actually being like, you know, legit.
Being Superman 4, the quest for peace.
Quest for peace, but like actually a real, like that's where he gained his confidence. And it was like, fuck man, like you went from barely being able to fight like some hentai vines in the forest to like now all of a sudden you're able to take on the Kalisk.
Well, I had a feeling that there was going to be regeneration simply because when they were first talking about it, what was Ellie Fanning's character's name? It was
Thea.
Thea goes, she was like, you can't kill it. And I'm like, okay, so there's something she's not telling him that she knows.
Well, yeah, you also don't know that she's on the planet for the Kalisk. Like she says just enough to make it convenient to where it's like, oh, we're researching on the planet, but totally not about the Kalisk. We're just researching everything else, which, to be fair, you know, that's believable.
Yeah,
Ish.
it's like, okay, but then when they brought up the flamethrowers, I was like, yeah, no, they're there to kill. They're not there for research.
No.
They're there to destroy.
And get the Kalisk.
And get the Kalisk, which the Kalisk is the CGI on it looks good.
Oh
And
my
that's
god.
another prop
The
for this movie,
CGI,
too.
I thought the CGI looked good for the most part in all of this movie. Do you?
No, the CGI looked really solid for it. The only time it was really noticeable was when Deck tosses Thea and he throws her up.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it looks so bad when he throws her on top of the rock. It's like, it's very obvious at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, I think it looks pretty solid. And the makeup in this is very well done. Like, the Predator costume looks very good. Like, there's some things that obviously are CGI with the way the mouth moves.
Uh-huh.
But to see how it's mostly makeup and, like, a costume looks very solid.
Yeah, I just realized I had an epiphany while we were talking about this about why Weyland Yutani was going after the Kalisk in that sense. It actually makes sense because think about it. In Prometheus, the whole reason why they fucking do the mission to the planet in the first place is that old fuck McGee wants to live forever. So he wants to figure out the secrets of the universe from the engineers. So it stands to reason, okay, there's other smart alien races. Surely they have regeneration. So like it's, even though it's not really super focused on, there is that little twinge of like focusing on like these synths are literally destroying all of these fucking animals that otherwise are just minding their own business on their habitat just because some greedy fucks want to live forever, bro.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's always the mega corporations are ruining it for everybody. And that's kind of the subtext message in a lot of these movies is like, oh, okay, like, we're all doing this. We gotta pay off our debts to the mega corps. Thank God they let us breathe clean air. I mean, that's the society we
let us breathe clean air,
That's
bro.
the society we live in now, where it's like, oh man, can't wait to have like run off water from the data centers.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh man, maybe I'll take a sip of water and I'll start speaking in binary code.
001110001. Well, like, I don't know. I thought this movie overall was good.
Yeah.
You know, I went into it not expecting much, assuming that it was going to be kind of a cheap cash grab, to be completely honest with you.
But it's like a buddy comedy action.
Yeah, like a
kinda,
buddy cop movie, right?
Like, yeah, pretty much a buddy cop with and I think that's how it was sold, actually. And I think, like, I'm glad they sold it like that, because, like, that's kind of what it is. It's a buddy cop, but, like, also serious Predator movie, but, like, really flipping it on its head. Like, what if the Predator actually was forced to work with someone, you know?
Yeah. I don't think it's half bad.
No.
It's better than I thought it was going to be, and I think that's a good selling point for the movie.
I mean, the plot isn't like, I mean, we're not talking about like the Odyssey or anything. Like, you know, there's not too much in depth. It's really alien goes on quest for revenge for brother, ends up finding new chosen family, beats old family with chosen family, and then it sets it up where you thought the dad was bad. That his mother's a munch comes in the fucking mothership, literally, dude. The ship at the end
Was huge.
Made everything look so small in comparison. I'm glad they kind of set it up for a sequel, because I'm interested to see where it goes. I mean, my God, all the people are getting all of the his dad's old like clansmen are getting ready to fight the mother, and he didn't even have time to, like, you know, turn them into part of his entourage yet. Like, come on, man.
I mean, I do like the way that...
Do you think would you think they have enough in the tank for a sequel?
Honestly, no. I think the way I look at it, they didn't need to do that. It's interesting, but it doesn't really do much, because if you think about it from this perspective, that the mom comes in, what are they going to do? He's going to fight the mom, and then she banishes him, and then he has to, like, earn his right back or something. It's basically the same movie again then, but just with a mom instead of the dad.
This
so,
is
like,
true.
I think it's one of those things that they should have left it where he's like, oh, I killed my dad, I took his cloaking device by force, I'm a badass, fuck him, I'm good with the crew I got.
Yeah.
And then the movie ends.
And then we go on some new adventures or
Yeah,
something.
like, I think a big problem that a lot of movies now have is I feel like they have to tie everything into, like, a sequel. So they're like,
or like leave the door open.
Yeah.
Like ambiguity. See you later. Like every, you know.
yeah, and it's like, you don't need a sequel for this. This is a good one-off. A lot of Predator stuff is better if it's not a giant continuation over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's better if it's just like, okay, cool, this is one adventure out of however many they're going to have. Same with fucking Star Wars. You don't need a Mandalorian and Grogu movie. It's just an endless TV show. You know, it continues with a lot of different shit, especially in sci-fi. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah. But I mean, think about it, man. The biggest sci-fi series in the world literally set the precedent for, like, episodic, you know, installments, right? So now in franchises. I mean, not even just Star Wars, dude. Fucking the amount of Star Trek movies there are is insane. So, like, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, part of that is the idea that there's so many different adventures to explore. Part of that is there's so much merchandise to sell.
And merchandising.
Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
And part of that is just, you know, the crew ultimately wants to make these movies. At the same time, you can worry. There's a reason why we were worried about this potentially being cash grabby, because they've gone that route. Fucking A, the last movie we just saw was basically that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, since we've watched it, that movie has been a box office failure.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, is getting kicked out of IMAX for, like, what is it, like He-Man or something? Like, I don't even know. Which
I've heard.
Dude, He-Man, we might need to watch He-Man.
Yeah, we might need to watch that.
Need to watch He-Man. He-Man might actually be good somehow.
With Jared Leto, of all people.
Yeah. I mean, if there was anyone to play hokey-ass Skeletor, though.
Because he's been method acting that his entire life.
Yeah.
But, like, going back to Predator, it's like, to really answer your question, I just don't think that there needs to be a sequel.
Okay.
You know, do you disagree?
I think if they're able to flip it on its head again and not play it just like that, I think there is plenty of room to keep it going. but I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, it depends, right? I mean, if that's just how it, if they just wanted to end it like that and that's how they ended like that, cool. I mean, all things considered, I mean, I guess that's technically another adventure for them to go on, like, but I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it, but that's the thing, right? It's like one of those movies where like there's not a lot of need for like in-depth analysis. It's just like more talking about the technicalities of like making a competent action sci-fi movie like in 2026 or rather 2025 when this came out, which they most certainly did. And I mean, it was a blast. I can easily foresee myself watching this again. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. They've definitely talked about there's probably more room on if they do make another sequel to a Predator movie, they should make a sequel to Prey next, because they literally have just set up the perfect like new thing of like, okay, we've done a couple adventures like in space, we've done it like on Earth, like in modern era, but now we can just keep showing like the cycle of like predators like coming to Earth in all these different time periods and shit. Like, I mean, we could either keep going forward and have fucking predators and like,
Dude,
I
a
don't
predator
know,
during the Civil War
Civil
era
War,
would be
dude, yeah.
so sick.
Or well, I was gonna say the Vietnam War, but fucking A, like the original ones came out around then.
Yeah.
So but like, you know what I mean? Or what I would love to fucking see, dude, would be prehistoric predator, dude. Of predators that land in the like.
I mean, isn't that basically Prey? Or a little bit.
No,
Yeah.
that takes place in like the 1600s,
Oh,
1700s.
yeah.
That's with Native Americans.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking with like Neanderthals and dinosaurs and shit. That would be fucking
Could you
fun.
imagine, like,
that would be fun.
Predators just like beating the shit out of a T-Rex.
Like, yeah,
I'd pay money to see
no,
that.
dude, come on, man.
I would pay money for that.
Give me my paycheck, Hollywood. I've just given you your greatest new movie. That is all.
We'll film it. We'll film it.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll film it on a flip, not a flip phone camera. The
Yeah.
flip. Remember the flip?
Oh my
The
God.
like box with the camera, dude. That was on. They use that all the time on iCarly. I had a flip.
See, we'll film it on a flip, and then we'll also make sure that we use one candle to light the entire scene.
And that way, it'll look just like this movie.
See, we know how to tie things back together. We can do this.
You bet we do. But I think that's going to call it for this one. Much to think about. We might have to go on a quest to Eternia. We might have to go on a quest to Mortal Kombat, because that looks insane. I saw a clip of Carl Urban nut punching the...
Oi, Iwi.
No, what's the name of the not Gorlock, of course Gorlock the Destroyer, but like Baraka.
Oh, the dude with the claws.
Yeah, the dude with like the claw mouth. I saw him nut punching him. Like there was a clip of that. I'm like, okay.
Speaking of Carl Urban, did you see Jack Quaid is actually in a video game now?
Really? What game?
He's in God of War Laufey, and he voices a gelatinous cube.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You got to look this up. It's literally a gelatinous cube. And he doesn't even try doing like a voice or anything. It's just him reading scripts. And now the newest thing is, you know how for The Boys everyone was like Oi Iwi?
Yeah.
They're now calling him Oi Cubey.
What a gelatinous cube. Okay. I really hope you put the gelatinous cube in post.
No, it's coming in post. Don't you worry.
That's wow. But if you want a good little popcorn watch, you're looking for something decent on Hulu. Check out Badlands. It was fun. There was a reason it was a box office success, and I really hope they keep going the good Predator movies. Just like biggest gripes, I'd say for both of us, just like please, for the love of God, give us better lighting. And if you're going to do the fucking Wayland-Yutani tie-ins, like, we're going to need more than, like, the basic sort of element. Like, we know corporation bad. We've known that from day one, okay? Like, give us some new depth onto it. I mean, fucking A. If you're going to focus on that, go do a new Alien movie. Like, go do Prometheus 3. What are we doing? Like, but, no, fun movie. I mean, would you concur?
Yeah, I think it's very good.
Okay.
I think it's fun to sit down and watch, and it's on streaming too, so you don't have to spend any money that you're not already spending.
Damn straight. You don't have to leave the couch. But anywho, that's going to do it for us at Flicks and Flops Industries. Very much appreciated, and we'll catch you at a theater near you. And that theater is Chunky's on Hughes Street or Hughes Road, in Manchester, New Hampshire. Peace out.